This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
Let us all ooh and ah this gorgeous shot of the Gateway Arch, the orange in the background as the sun begins to come up in the east. Only 60-something degrees right now, but trust me, that's going to change. Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday. Thank you so much for joining us for Today in St. Louis at 6 a.m. I'm Randy Knott.
And I'm Michelle Lee. Of course, we just want to say thanks for joining us this morning, including those of you who might be catching us on 5+. Put this on pause, the sunrise. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
I mean, if you had to weigh the difference between that shot and the four of us, you go with that shot every time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we can just leave that up.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
That
For
can't
real.
be real. That's amazing.
It's awesome.
But we are real.
Yeah. Oh, it's real.
It's real.
It's real.
Yeah. The beauty of God, Mother Nature. whatever
Well
you wanna
said.
say.
Well said.
The universe. It's really looking good this morning. The temperatures, yeah, they're going to heat up too. Numbers will be up near 90 this afternoon, and once they roll the animation, I'm going to get up from this desk.
Just go on, get
and
up.
do the weather.
Go
No,
on.
don't
no,
do it.
no, we're not. Okay.
Go
Don't
ahead.
do it.
Thank you,
Leave.
guys.
Get out of here.
Maybe the button's stuck today. I don't know. All right. Let's go to the Metro East. Another shot because we love the sunrise so much. There you can see from Worldwide Technology, getting ready for a big race at the end of the month, and that beautiful sky. Wow, just unreal, as Paul said. Yeah, the beauty that exists. System passing to our north today. That could give you a shower on the Illinois side of the river around lunchtime. I do not think St. Louis Metro will see the rain, but you can see those showers starting to form in parts of southern Iowa and into central northern Illinois. Numbers are comfortable out the door with 60s area-wide, and highs today will end up in the mid to upper 80s. We'll talk about the weekend forecast. That's in just a few minutes. Let's get an update with Paul now and talk about traffic. There we go. Paul, what's happening?
Yeah, I thought you were going to do a little sermon there, Anthony. Loving the Lord is wrong. I don't want to be right. That kind of thing. All right, let's take a look out here right now. We are moving, well, lots of green. Lots and lots of green. We're going to throw a few of those construction cones up there. They're everywhere. And just a quick note for the weekend, 270 at 44. There were big delays on those ramps last weekend. It'll be the same story this weekend. And back to school. There's a few restrictions there. We'll talk about that in just a minute. More traffic coming soon. Back to you for now. Rennie?
Paul, we are following breaking news this morning. 2 people are hurt in a mobile home fire. It started around 2:30 this morning on Holiday Mobile Park in Pontoon Beach. Right now, we do not know the extent of the injuries or how this fire got started, but we will continue to bring you updates throughout the morning as we learn more.
Well, this morning, Illinois State Police are trying to piece together what led to 5 people being shot in East St. Louis. One of them died. We know that this happened last night on Audubon Avenue. That is 1 block away from an East St. Louis elementary school. Alex Fees has been live there this morning at the police department with more on a pretty chaotic scene from overnight, Alex.
Michelle, good morning. East St. Louis police are teaming up with the Illinois State Police and investigating that shooting that left 1 person dead and 4 others wounded. Now, here's what 5 on your side found last night at 38th at Audubon. This is shortly before 8:30. You can see all the evidence markers. Those are generally used to mark shell casings when shots are fired. Oftentimes, you see 6 or 8 at a scene. Last night, our crew saw dozens at that location. The scene is also about a block away from Wyvetter Young School of Excellence and East St. Louis Elementary School. There also appear to be several backpacks at the crime scene. We're not sure what that's all about. Right now, we do not know the age of the victims or the circumstances surrounding this shooting. Illinois State Police say this is an open and ongoing investigation. They are encouraging anyone who has any knowledge about what happened or who witnessed anything to call Crime Stoppers at 314-725-TIPS. Live this morning in East St. Louis, Alex Fees, 5 on your side.
Thanks so much, Alex. We are going to stay on top of this developing story on air and on the 5 on your side app. We've got several calls into state and East St. Louis police asking for answers. We're going to share them with you on KSDK.com when we learn more.
This morning, safety experts are warning to rethink what you do if someone bumps into your car while you're driving. That's because it's becoming a growing trend for criminals to take advantage of you when you least expect it. Yesterday morning, Webster Groves police say someone driving in a white Hyundai bumped into a black Dodge Caravan. The driver of the Caravan got out of their car, and that's when 3 men got out of their vehicle, with one of them pointing a gun at the other driver's head. Police say the suspects then ditched the stolen Hyundai and took off in the Caravan.
The new way of thinking is that if you get out, somebody's going to steal your car. If you're in the car, you want to lock the doors, call 911, And if the guy doesn't see you get out of the car, the probability of him driving away is going to be extremely high.
And less than 2 hours before that crime, investigators say the suspects held a construction worker at gunpoint, demanding his wallet and his cell phone.
Happening today, you can get free legal advice at the downtown St. Louis Central Library. You can stop by from 9 this morning until noon. 3 legal service programs will be on hand to answer your questions, and those include Children's Legal Alliance, Youth and Family Advocacy Program, and Legal Advocacy for Adults with Mental Illness. The free clinic program will happen on the 3rd Thursday of each month throughout the rest of the year.
Once again this morning, we are focusing on getting your family ready to head back to school. And you know what? We cannot forget the college students. They're heading back to campus as well. And by the way, it is move-in day at Webster University for the freshmen.
Oh my gosh, so much anxiety and excitement. Our Sydney Stallworth is live outside of Residence Hall on campus with more on how first-year students are adjusting to college life. Good morning, Sydney.
Good morning, Michelle and Rennie. You're right. Coming to college can be a big adjustment. For parents, it can be tough to let go. For students, it can be tough to adjust to life on your own. And we want to focus on your mental health this morning. And there's definitely a need to do that. You know, I did a little bit of research. The 2023 Healthy Minds survey found that 15% of college students said they were considering suicide, the highest rate in the 15-year history of the survey. And a survey by Gallup and Lumina Foundation found that 2 out of the 5 undergraduate students nationwide frequently experience emotional stress, and more than 40% of undergrad students had considered dropping out of school over the span of just 6 months. That number was just 34% during the pandemic. Now, here at Webster University, students have access to free mental health services at the Counseling and Life Development Office. It's on campus at 540 Garden Avenue, if anyone needs to come. Now, we did stop by ahead of move-in day to speak with the counselor, and we're told that last year they treated more students than before the pandemic, and they expect to see even more as classes begin. Now, when we spoke with the counselor, one of the things that she made clear is that during the pandemic, we all switched to virtual learning, virtual lifestyles, and it can be tough for students to adjust to doing things as simple as making a phone call or even calling a professor to set up a one-on-one meeting. She said she's been seeing more and more anxiety with students after the pandemic with doing things like this. Now, we want students to know if you need to make an appointment, you can go to the office, the counseling office, at any time at a walk-in appointment. If it is an emergency, you can also book an appointment online. And then if it's after hours, you can always dial 988 in Missouri. That's a crisis line. You can speak with a specialist at any time, 24/7, if you need that. Reporting in Webster Groves, I'm Sydney Stallworth, 5 on your side.
All right, thank you, Sydney. Other St. Louis area colleges are also going back to campus today. Over at SIUE Edwardsville, students will move into Bluff, Prairie, and Woodlands halls.
Over in Midtown, SLU students will be headed back to campus. Today is their move-in day as well. As hundreds of students get on campus, that means back to school traffic is also here. And so that's why Paul Cook is joining us from the traffic center with some problem areas that you can expect while students move into their dorms, Paul.
Yeah, that's right, Michelle. For the next 2 days, Laclede is going to be closed as kids are moving in. It's going to be shut down between Vandeventer and Grand. So what you want to try here is Forest Park Parkway, or you can even continue on just a little bit further to the north to Lindell, but lots of nervous parents, you know how it is, loading up. It's right here where you're going to be seeing delays, and of course it's shut down. If you're working in the area, that's probably where you're going to see the delays, and it's going to change your route. Same thing if you're going to the hospital there. As we kind of look at the big map, you could tell traffic is moving very, very well out there. We're going to keep an eye on it with more coming. Anthony's been letting us know all week about this weekend weather still to come. What are you seeing?
Yeah, 90s are coming back. So even though school is getting started and summer break is winding down, Mother Nature saying not so fast. Here we go once again. We're headed back into the 90s. It will be a warmer finish to the day today with a chance of a shower on the Illinois side of the river today. Once we get into Sunday, mid-90s are expected, and we stay hot all through next week with 90s and maybe even a few locations hitting 100 degrees, and maybe in St. Louis for the first time so far this season. We'll check that 7-day forecast. That's coming up after the break.
Coming up, back to school safety, the rules of the road you might overlook this morning.
help for caregivers, how you could be leaving life-saving money on the table.